or the hiring managers or the leaders or the back end HRIS people who basically really put the whole infrastructure together. Today, Phenom is recognized as one of the product for really empowering recruiters to be great and also hiring managers to be really empowered to really do their work in a very productive format and talent developers to nurture and grow their own employees in a beautiful format. But we just started. We have over half a billion people use our product across the globe. We have over 700 companies who use. These are all global companies. Throughout this, we have really collected a rich data set of talent intelligence that world has ever seen. And now what we're really doing is we are unleashing that power to really make sure every company has the right kind of the data and the right kind of skill sets so that they can really empower their people in a much more thoughtful format. This is a data-driven skills movement. That's what we are all really going through. And we call it as Phenom. So in really building this platform, what we thought is how can we use AI to provide every enterprise an opportunity to hire faster, develop better, and retain longer. And to do that, what you need to think about is how can you hyper personalize the overall experience? When you think about hyper personalizing, take a candidate. How can you engage them and how can you convert them and turn them into an employee? But at the same time, once an employee joins, you can think about how do you develop and retain these employees in a much more thoughtful format so that you can understand these needs in a very thoughtful way. Now, HR is dramatically changing across the globe. If you really look at like the population is changing in the West differently, like Europe and North America, whereas in Asia differently. And even parts of Japan and China are different, whereas India and Vietnam and Philippines is different. With this technology is going to empower everyone in a different format. Every enterprise right now needs to be more productive. Productivity is the most crucial element everybody's thinking. That's how the stock market is operating. That's how economic engines are really operating. Economic viability happens only when scale really works. And scale comes when highly talented people or highly skilled people really turn into highly productive individuals. Productivity and the skills are really connected to build a profitable and a scalable company. So, from that point of view, every enterprise is really constantly in a pressure to really provide productivity at the every aspect of what they're really doing. Through skills, upskills, and reskills, productivity can be improved. But what's the biggest challenge you will really see is generation by generation, things are done in a very different format. The Gen Z actually operates differently from Gen X, or even what we're really seeing it as millennials. So these kinds of complexities are right now really coming in a much more authentic format than we have ever seen. So our job as a company is all about like how can we really bring AI to make sure people are empowered and be more productive so that they can realize their full potential. This changes by industry by industry. Each industry operates differently. A healthcare organizes differently, technology operates differently, and financial operates differently versus retail. And when you look at these industries, they operate differently not because people are different, their business models are different, their margins are different, their skills are different, so their productivity is different. So, in this world, the most important thoughtfulness, what everybody has to bring through, is how do we personalize for every industry an experience which is relevant using AI? And in this overall HR ecosystem, there are many personas: the recruiters, the sourcers, the employees, the managers, the candidates, the talent marketers. For each persona, by each industry, and in which particular generation they fall in, what is the best experience you can deliver? And that hyper personalization is what is today need is. The reason is You have to hyper personalize because skills are dramatically changing. That means tasks are changing. And how people adapt to new skills and new tasks differs by based on where they really operate. Because skills and tasks are changing, processes